Hey everyone! I know it has been a long time since I uploaded a video. A long time for me because I was really good at doing a video every week. But life gets in the way as it tends to, which is annoying as hell, but you gotta kind of deal with that first. Hopefully we're going to be every week now. For the 2 people that actually watch these, thanks Mum and Dad, I hope you really enjoy them, even though you don't understand what I'm talking about. So I thought I would do a review today. I really enjoyed doing the Starfire one, so I finally read Victor and Nora, a Gotham love story. Ooh. Yeah, I finally read it, I've got some thoughts. Let's talk about it. So let's just start off with, did I like it? I didn't love it, which is such a shame because I really enjoyed the dynamic between Victor and Nora in his recent adventures, let's say. He is a villain, obviously Mr. Freeze is a villain, but in his eyes he's doing it all to save his love, his wife. It's like that old saying, he really is the hero in his own story. And the heroes of our story are the villains of his story. So you can see his motivation behind his criminal activities, and it kind of gives him a bit of humanity. This was basically just, I don't want to say it, I feel like it's really rude, but also like there are some really good Wattpad stuff. Shout out to Wattpad. Like back in the day that was my thing. It does feel like a Wattpad story a little bit. But then it is very rushed, so I don't know whether I expected more of a slow romance. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a problem. Anyway, I've gone with a tab system. It doesn't actually help me in any way. I did actually try and colour code it, like blue is sad, pink is romance, very little. Can you see that? There's like one pink that I've marked. And shit like that, but it never works. Anyway, this story follows a teenage Nora and a teenage Victor. They meet in a graveyard. Classic start to any relationship. Victor is visiting his brother's grave and Nora is visiting her mum's. Now, this is a weird scene, I don't like it. Victor is the loner, the geek, the quiet one. Nora is the bubbly personality that tries to get through to him. Fine, great, well done. Problem is, this is a graveyard. A little respect would be nice. Thanks, guys. Also, like, she introduces herself and she's bubbly, so it's quirky. And Victor asks the dumbest question in the world, why are you here? Well, Victor, this is a graveyard. People tend to come here to visit loved ones. And that's what she was doing, so really a dumb question. They bond, they hang out, and they very super quick fall in love. To be fair, I can kind of forgive this because they are teenagers, so I feel like teenagers fall in love quicker than most people because most of them haven't experienced it before. He's pretty volatile. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. He is very volatile. And it's just another contrast to her bubbly, quirky, out there personality. So, she has an illness and her life expectancy isn't great. So to kind of save her family some pain, she has a plan to end it before her time. The one thing I really did like is the crow. Is it crow or raven? Whatever, crow, let's just stick with that. More Edgar Allan Poe in it. Or is that the raven? It's the raven! What am I on about? It is a raven. Fucking idiot. Such a div. Anyway, we see this bird throughout the story kind of mocking Nora, warning her about her time coming to an end, the effects it has on her family. I kind of really like this little addition because I've never gone through anything like this. I've had family members go through it, but I can only imagine what they went through, and something like this, playing on their mind all the time, it would build up. So I appreciate and I really enjoyed the Raven aspect. So they kiss, well done, A star for you, and they sleep together. There is a part where I think her dad's pretty harsh, but he does bring up a good point, that she's kind of like bucket listing stuff with Victor before she dies, and Victor doesn't at this point know she's ill, and it's not fair to really lead him on. So her dad actually brings it up, which is very brave of her dad. I don't know if I would have done that to my daughter if she wasn't very well. So Victor does eventually find out that she's ill, and he becomes obsessed in finding a cure. He can't find a cure, so in the end he freezes her until he can find a cure. So that's, you know, the basis of their normal story. I didn't like it. I just think, I said this in the Starfire one, I really appreciate that they are branching out into young adult fiction. I think some of them are really good. I enjoyed the Poison Ivy one, I enjoyed Raven, and I was hoping to enjoy this, but I just didn't. That's just my opinion, you know. I think it's because it was changed from the original. You could still have a young adult story without teenagers in it. It's hard to believe, but it is a thing that happens. Normally they're married, and that always brings another dimension to their relationship, I feel, because they've been in it for such a long time. And this is a teenage romance that they haven't really been together that long. It just feels very rushed. Normally they're married. They've fallen in love. They've planned a future together. They've gotten married, and it's all taken away from them. And that's his motivation behind his crimes. And you can kind of feel sorry for him and go, I kind of understand it. It's still a criminal though, but I get it. This is just a teenage fantasy and I'm not into it. Anyway, hopefully I'll be doing one every week now. Video suggestions, always welcome. Any like comics you want me to read, put them down below. I'm hoping to do a review of some comics, so suggestions are always welcome. The next video is a Christmas video, hopefully. Video after that is going to be a review roundup of all the comic related shit I've read this year. And then we're into the new year, so that's super depressing. I'm also thinking of maybe doing a video on all my collectibles, but my collectibles aren't like these hundreds of pounds things. They are mainly like pop figures and stuff, and I don't know if people would be interested in even seeing that. So if you are, just let me know and maybe I'll do a video on that. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good festive period, whatever holiday you may celebrate, and I will see you next time. Oh, subscribe, click the bell. I have Instagram down below. I barely post, but it's there. And I will see you next time. Bye everyone.